CERN July 5th, 2022. CERN is about to literally fire it up, and actually they already did it. We got the information here for you. We're about to take you into what they literally just did, and then we have an evening of the scenario of what's going on here. This is the official video on CERN's website, and they got me stuttering out here and cluttering out here. But before we get into it, I want you to understand that Oak Ridge National Laboratory talks about the goddess detector. They're doing the same thing CERN's doing. Why am I bringing this up? Because it's going to lead you into the further breakdown of what's happening. This is what they say on the website. Ancient Greeks imagined everything in the natural world came from their goddess Physis. And you get it. Physics today is derived from their goddess Physics. So again, we're in this scenario here, and I'm about to give you the detailed video of what they're talking about. And they are about to basically fire up the beams. They're literally doing it now. Just hours ago, this is what they're talking about. They're going to be integrating AI, which is now coming out, talking about possessing people and all types of crazy stuff. We're going to get into this video, and then after that, we're going to get you to the other side of what's going on when another CERN is being built, even larger than this one. So let's play the clip. We got to give you this clip with audio here. So what we're going to do is link the video with the audio in here in just a second. All right, so here it is.
10 protons per bunch. These bunches will be set up for injection and getting ready for ramp.
Now that the machine is filled, we will start the energy in ramp. So we will increase the energy of the protons to 6.8 TeV. For this, we will arm all the equipment. So arm means that all their equipment will be ready to receive the timing, and then they will all go together during the ramp to bring the beam to 6.8 TeV.
And this phase of prepare ramp, will be setting up all the systems in the LHC, from the radio frequency cavities to the magnets, the collimators. All these systems will be getting ready, synchronized, to start a ramp period together in 1,200 seconds. This ramp period of 20 minutes will be increasing the energy of the beam gradually up to a record energy that have never been achieved before in any particle accelerator, up to 6.8 tera electron volts.
Okay, so we want to stop it right there, and I'm going to bring you back into that clip. Why 6.8? Let's give you their reasoning for why 6.8. CERN team has trained the magnets to operate at 6.8 tera electron volts of energy. And so if a mosquito buzz by and fly, they basically saying, imagine squeezing this much energy into a space about 1,000,000 times smaller than a mosquito. So again, they're just basically saying like this is super velocity speed here. But why 6.8? Remember I told you, what is the Greek god of portals? Janus. Well, if you look on here, you can see that there is an 8 above his head. And then you can see also, it's not just an 8, but there's a 9. And if you flip that upside down, that's a 6. So all I'm saying is they are into numerical symbology, and this is exactly what they're doing. And they don't just shoot beams together, they also shoot these beams literally at the moon to detect gravitational waves, which is what usually signifying portals. And that's what gravitational waves is. They create circular forms. Now we're going to go back into this video and tell you what else they're saying. This literally just broke today.
We will now try to reduce the size of the beam. It's very important to reduce the size because the bunches are made of a lot of emptiness, if you want. So the more big your beam is and the less collision rate you have. So what we want to do is to decrease the size of the beam and like that increase the collision rate. For this, we have a phase that is called squeeze, where we will change the setting of our quadrupoles. And the quadrupoles are the magnets that we use to change the size of the beam. And this size will be reduced to the minimum.
So now that the beam size at the interaction points in each one of these 4 experiments is as small as few tens of microns as a human hair, now a very complicated process of aligning these 2 counteracting beams, so reducing the separation of the 2 beams such as they will be encountering each other at the center of each experiment. It's a process like shooting two arrows from the left side and the right side in the two beams and being able to encounter really at the precision of few micrometers level. And at this moment, the collisions will start to appear in each experiment.
For this, we have a special magnet that will deviate the trajectory close to the interaction point, the experiment, so that they will be brought in the middle of the experiment and collide.
This dynamic phase now will last about 2 minutes, and after it we'll be starting a countdown with each one of the experiments to ensure that they are ready for data taking, and it's only at that moment after their handshake that we'll be declaring.
They were calling for AI as well to be at CERN. So why AI? Again, like I said, AI has been coming out in these weird forms and ways. They're saying it's going to be an AI laboratory in CERN. Now, are they opening up this portal and dimension to power some AI being? And then a lot of the AIs recently are not just AIs, because you think it's just a robot. But even on these apps and websites, people are saying that these things are saying all types of weird stuff, like they're from other realms. They want to possess people. And to connect CERN and the AI all in one unit, think about it. This is not just AI. This has to be, in my opinion, something from another dimension. And the fact that they want to build something else, another large hadron collider. This is, the physicists are actually saying, we're begging you not to do this. And they're going ahead and they're going to do it anyway. And it's going to be much larger than the original one. So remember, Elon Musk said that they were summoning a demon. And when they summon that, you have to think, what does that being want with us? Why do they want to be in this realm? Obviously, they don't want to be trapped wherever they're at. But going into the furtherance of it here, moving on further from that part here, here's CERN. If you go to this area here, sorry about that, CERN, they have these artists, right? And this is CERN Accelerating Science. You read that at the top. This dude, he out here depicting pictures like this, like some beam shooting at the sky. And what does that signify? Some type of portal, like shooting a beam at the sky. That's what they're doing. They're shooting beams together. And so if they're shooting beams together, colliding them, why are they showing artists depicting this? And here's another drawing he has. It's weird. It's like he shows a fire, but it has this demonic looking devil being in it. So these are the people at CERN. This is what they're doing. This is what they're putting out. And then they're merging AIs with saying like, oh, well, it's got other consciousness on it. It's something else. This is the full-fledged warfare. And so all this stuff is coming out now. And we're in this crazy world. But just as the darkness is coming forward, the light is coming forward too. So as much as they want to propel us into these dark ages, like I said, and where people were getting all butthurt, oh, meditating is demonic. No, it's not. Because anyway, it says that biblically anyway. And like I said, the thing is, we are in this ongoing war, and yet we're still constantly fighting. That's why it's so easy to take down civilizations, because people can't function. People don't know how to actually use the energy together. Well, let's exclude those people and let's combine the energy, and let's remember that this is an attack and this is a true scenario. This is the war of the future, and we're set to see some crazy stuff. So thanks for tuning in. We'll have more information coming. We did another video on the CERN situation because it was flickering portals opening up just the other day. Thanks for tuning in. Get the report out. Appreciate you for tuning in.